Year-old officer Sean McDonald was gunned down last night in the Bronx. He walked into the middle of an armed robbery. His murder has struck deep at the core of this city, with everyone from the cop on the beat to the highest brass in the department vowing to catch those responsible. Ed Miller standing by live at the 44th Precinct with the latest on the investigation. Ed?
Jack, police here turning up the heat tonight, putting the squeeze on a number of small-time criminals with the hopes of getting bigger fish. One of them is being questioned right now. A source close to the investigation tells us that the man being questioned right now could, we emphasize could, be one of the two cop killers. But even if he is not, there are people out there who know names and whereabouts of the two cop killers. It is simply a question of getting that information from them.
Dozens of police tonight continue going door to door, checking out every possible lead and every possible clue, looking for two armed Dominican robbers who were caught in the act of robbing a boutique in the Hybrid section of the Bronx last night by police officer Sean McDonald. Rookie cop McDonald shot several times before he had a chance to draw his pistol. Police described them as Mutt and Jeff, one tall, the other short and stocky. Police have recovered what they believe to be the getaway car just a few blocks away from last night's shooting, along with the weapon laying in the front seat. While there is a chance the cop killers may have already left the country, Police Commissioner Bratton says he is encouraged by the leads they're now chasing.
When this great department sets its mind to getting something done, it gets it done.
The mayor and police commissioner taking an up-close and personal involvement in this investigation. The mayor calling on all New Yorkers to say thank you to any cop they see, saying they deserve our very special respect.
Someone shooting at a police officer in uniform is shooting at us, shooting at what America's all about, shooting at respect for the law, shooting at the badge. All of those police officers are there to protect us and our families.
Once again, tonight, police here at the 44th Precinct are questioning a suspect. They've been questioning people all day today. It is unclear at this hour whether or not that suspect they're questioning could be one of the two cop killers. And finally, one young cop here at the 44th Precinct wanted me to share this thought with you tonight. With all the claims that New York City cops are racist, he says we should make it clear that Sean McDonald was a white kid from upstate New York who ran in, risked his life, as a matter of fact, lost his life for a couple of Dominican immigrants who he knew were in trouble. I'm Ed Miller, live at the 44th Precinct in the Bronx. Back to you, Jack and Heidi.
Okay, thank you, Ed. Fellow cops remember Officer McDonald as a good cop who wore his badge proudly. He leaves behind a wife and two children. And for the officers with whom he served, he leaves behind memories of what being a police officer is all about. Rosemary Gomez has more.
The family requests that there be no pictures taken or no cameras.
Police shielded Sean McDonald's wife and family as they left a Queens funeral parlor, trying to give the family privacy to grieve. But fellow officers at the 44th Precinct didn't have much time to mourn. All they could think about was finding two killers.
The guy was a stand-up guy. Greatest. I never thought that. I always thought if something was going to happen, it was going to be me. It wasn't going to be him. It was going to be me. I loved him.
He had a heart of gold. We all loved him. We're going to miss him very much. We won't forget him.
Officers who worked with the 26-year-old cop found it hard to hold back their emotions. Sean McDonald touched a lot of lives in less than 2 years on the force. McDonald grew up in Astoria, Queens, and lived and breathed being a cop. He leaves behind a wife, two young children, and a lot of brothers and sisters on the force.
You say to yourself, there but for the grace of God go I. And you look at your children in the morning, and they're special all of a sudden.
McDonald's younger brother, who was also a Bronx cop, was one of the first to arrive at the hospital after hearing a call on the radio, only to discover it was his own brother who had been shot. Today, fellow officers returned to the scene of the crime, pounding the pavement both on duty
if you know somebody that might have heard something,
and off, letting the public know there's a $30,000 reward on the heads of two killers.
These people would think nothing of shooting an armed uniformed police officer, then what chance do you, your family, or your children have?
We have to do this, and that we won't give up the ship.
You can't let them win. Can't let them win. It's us to them.
Police now stand guard outside the funeral home where fellow officers will pay their last respects to a young rookie who once dreamed of catching bad guys, but who ended up paying the ultimate price. From Astoria, Queens, I'm Rosemary Gomez for the Channel 11 News at 10.
About 100 miles